So here Akhil Srivastava teaching you maths of class 10th NCERT chapter 10 circle. In the circle chapter we are very familiar with this chapter in the class. Here it is a circle. We are very familiar with this chapter in class 9th. Many theorems you have studied. Here you will study the tangent. First of all, you know what is circle. Circle is a set of points which have a equal distance from a fixed point, or you can say locus of a point in is a circle. Locus of a point O is a fixed point, and from the fixed point, if you take a pole and tied a rope and take the rope and run, you will form a circle. Circle is a figure formed by the equal distance you maintain from a fixed point. Then when you reach again to move, then it is a circle. Circle has a many parts. There are three parts. One is 1, 2 and 3. One is on the circle. Another is exterior region. Another is interior region. Interior region means boundary line inside. Exterior region means outside of the boundary. And on the boundary line is called on the circle. These are three parts. So, first of all, you will see this is a circle of center O. Any circle you write in the short form C O R. What is the meaning? C means indicate the circle of center O, radius R. Always like this. You can write a sentence circle of center O with radius R in the form of this symbol. C bracket O comma R bracket close. It is a circle of center O. Here is a radius. Radius is the distance of any point on the circle from the center. BC is the diameter. Diameter is a chord which passes through the center. Chord is a line segment which both the end point lies on the circle. Diameter and the radius has a relation. Just double of the radius is the diameter. Just half of the diameter is the radius. This is a formula. Diameter is also called the longest chord of the circle. These are the line segment whose end point lies on the circle, except radius. Radius end point lies on the center. 1 and 1 is on the circle. It is a formula of the diameter. You will study the three lines. The lines which intersect the circle, which touches the circle, which has no relation to the circle. A circle I have drawn. Here is the center. In this circle there is a L, M, N and P, 4 lines. L line lies in the exterior region. It has no relation with the circle. M is a line which touches the circle at one point, or you can say that it intersects the circle at one point, so it is called the tangent. We know in the class 7th, 8th as well as 9th. A line which intersecting the circle at 2 points, that is called N, and it is known as a secant. What is the name of this line? Secant, which intersects the circle at 2 points. A line which is wholly lies, full line lies interior region, it is not extending. If you extend, then it will form the secant. Then this is called the line in the interior region. So first of all you will see this. Then a circle has infinite points. We know that a circle has infinite points, but any point you can draw only one tangent like this. Any circle, any point, one point, you can draw only one tangent at a point. But you can draw infinite secants here. Infinite secants you can draw. But any point, one tangent. But there are infinite points, so how many tangents you can draw? You can draw here also tangent, here also tangent, here also, many tangents you can draw. Infinite tangent because a circle is a set of infinite points, but infinitely secant also. A circle has only one pair of parallel tangent. What is the parallel tangent? Parallel tangent always lies at the end point of the diameter. One pair of parallel tangent means a line is like this and here it will happen. If other tangent, it will be not parallel. Here tangent means not parallel. One pair only. There is an infinite tangent, but pair is only one. At a time, at most two tangent only parallel. The point at which the tangent touches the circle is known as a special name. What is called? Point of contact. In a circle, infinite points, so infinite tangents you can draw. For 9th standard, you will first of all this chapter, you revise the 9th standard theorem. A chord at equal distance in a circle. Which chord? Equal chords at equal distance. If the chords are equal, then their distance are equal. If their distance, converse theorem, if their distance is equal, chords are equal, then the distance will be equal. Equal chords at equal distance. Distance of the chord is equal. Chord at equal distance are equal. Equal chords subtended equal angle at the center. 9th standard theorem. Center means like this. It is the center angle. AOB. Chords subtended equal angle at the center are called equal. Converse of this. Equal chords subtend equal angle. If the angles are equal, then the chords are equal. Perpendicular from center bisect the chord. We know it very well in class 9th. Perpendicular from center bisect the chord. The line joining the midpoint of the chord to the center is perpendicular to the chord. If it is given it is a midpoint, then center will be always perpendicular. Perpendicular bisector of chord. Perpendicular bisector of any chord always passes through the center. There is a 3 points, then there is a one and only one circle passes through 3 non-collinear points. These theorems I have finished in the class 9. A quadrilateral whose all the vertices lies on the circle is called the cyclic quadrilateral. Whose all the vertices lies on the circle. And cyclic quadrilateral opposite angle sum will be 180 always. A sum of opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is supplementary as 180. In other words, any quadrilateral is given. Any quadrilateral is given if it is given 80 degree and it is given 100 degree, 100 plus 80, what is 180? So it is a cyclic. Like this, all the rectangle and the square are cyclic because their opposite angle sum is 180. When you draw a circle, then this circle passes through all the vertices. Angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by same arc at any point in the remaining part of the circle. Like this, AB is a point AOB and here it is given AOC. What is the relation? Angle AOB is twice of angle ACB in this figure. Clear? So these are the 9th standard theorems. So you will study circle of center O and radius R. You can write like this. Any two congruent circle only possible if their radius is equal. Only one variable radius is here. So only if the radius is small r, capital R is equal, then the circle will be congruent. First theorem of this chapter is given. 2. The tangent at any point of the circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Means radius is always perpendicular to the tangent. It is first theorem. In short form you can say that radius perpendicular to tangent. It is the short form of this theorem. How will you prove it? If in examination given, prove this theorem. So we will prove this like a given. Short form I have written. In COR, xy tangent at A. OA is the radius. You want to prove OA perpendicular to xy. Headings. Construction we will take on xy. I am taking 3 points B, C and D. And these points you join from the center. Now proof. Because B lies outside of the circle, and radius is a point from center to the point, line from the center to the point on the circle is called the radius. So till here the radius. So it is greater than the radius or not? Because B lies outside, so OA is less than OB. Reason? Radius is from center to the point on the circle. That's why it is less than. OB is greater than the OA, or OA is less than OB. Similarly, OD is greater than OA, or you can say OA less than OC, OA less than OD. Three equations we have formed same region. So by first, second and third, OA is the shortest one, and shortest distance is always perpendicular. If you want to get any shortest distance from here you want to measure, then this all will be only, what is the distance shortest from the top and roof you want to measure in your room, then the perpendicular distance. So OA is perpendicular to XY, hence proved. Very important theorem. We will use this many times. Now we will see the exercise 1 of this. Exercise 1 is given, very simple exercise. First question is given, how many tangents can a circle have? So how many tangents can a circle have? Infinitely many tangents you have. Infinitely many tangents. Second question is given in the fill in the blanks. A tangent to a circle intersect it in one point. A line intersecting circle 2 point is called the secant. A circle can have two parallel tangents at most. How many parallel tangents? Two parallel tangents at most. You can see like this, one here and one here. Or you can see that one here, then one here. Only two at a time. Point of contact. What is this? The common point to a tangent to a circle, that the circle is called is a point of contact. Third question is given. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm meet a line through a center O and Q so that OQ is 12 cm. Find the length of PQ. Here MCQ given. This is also this year question paper, basic question paper it was given, board. So you are seeing, because you draw the figure first according to the given information. P is a point on the circle, Q is outside. So first of all you draw a circle, rough figure, 90 degree. Why? OP perpendicular to PQ. Why? Because radius perpendicular to tangent. So by Pythagoras, OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. I am putting the value and transposing, getting under root 119. Fourth question is given. Draw a circle of center and the two lines parallel to a given line such that one of the tangent and the other is a secant. Three lines you want to draw. First of all you draw a circle by compass, then draw a line by scale. You want two more line which is parallel to XY, and the name one will be the tangent and one will be the secant. So what is your first time? First you draw a circle, draw a line XY outside by scale. Then take a compass and by 6th standard perpendicular from exterior point, like this I have drawn. Here you see O to 2 point. Then from these 2 points I have put the compass and mark a perpendicular from exterior point. I am getting a 90 degree which intersect the circle at A. At A you draw a tangent and it is a 90, means 90 degree you draw, then it will be parallel because corresponding angles are equal. So at A you draw a 90 degree by compass, you will get a PQ which is a tangent and it is parallel to XY. Then produce this line, take another point B, or at O you can draw another 90 degree. Why 90 degree? Any line you can draw. It will be secant. But why only 90 degree? Because your condition is given. The line must be parallel to given line. And it is also a secant. So we will draw a 90 degree here again. So you are getting a line MN which is intersecting circle 2 point and it is called secant. What is called? Secant, and it is called a tangent, and it is a line. So you are getting a circle, a line, a tangent, a secant, and all are parallel to each other. So very simply you can draw line this side or any side, but conditions follow. First you draw circle, line, perpendicular, then where intersect again 90, any point again 90. That's all for today, and we will meet in the next lecture for the next this explanation of the chapter. Thanks.